wanted to ask you about Andrei Vasilevskiy, and it's very few questions directed his way after a game like this. I always get the feeling that it's just a given that he's going to be spectacular. Is that overstating it to suggest that it's just a given he's going to be that solid?
Uh, I don't know. Like Vasi is a world class goalie. Don't get me wrong. When he's in the zone, I don't know if there's anybody better. He prepares himself for games like we never. I mean, it's a luxury to have him back there, but like I look at our team defense tonight, and people will look at the shot clock and sit there and say, "Well, look, the Lightning got outshot." But if you're going to look at, we look at was where the quality shots. Could our goalie see them? That's what we want to do for him. Let him see pucks, clear rebounds, and when we do break down, he's there for us. And but it does make you sit an inch taller on the bench when you got him back there.
Eric Erlinson.
John, this is a good road game recipe in terms of the way you play defense and just kind of keep the game simple. And I mean, did you execute everything you needed to do from a road standpoint?
I mean, Eric, if we're going to sit here and say, hey, you're going to go to Carolina and not give up a 5-on-5 goal in 2 games, I'd take that all day. So yes, we're happy with our defensive effort.
John Romano.
Hey, John, Cirelli went through that stretch at the end of the regular season where he wasn't scoring goals. For a 23-year-old player, that can be a devastating long period of time. How did he handle it?
Who, Cirelli?
Yes.
Well, they're the competitors, right? These players want to play, and 82 games is tough to get through, and some players like Keith Yandel can play 900 in a row of them, and there's it's amazing to me when these guys have these long streaks because it's such a hard game to play, and he's such a, I mean, you just circle the dirty areas on the ice, and he goes to them and excels at them. But you have these guys that can compete so hard, and when you take them out of the game, it can be frustrating. But you need to have a mental wherewithal to work your way through it, and Tony has proven that from youth hockey to junior to the American League to here, and that's why he's turned himself into what I consider he's a big time player in this league, and he shows up at big time moments.
Dan Rosen.
John, understanding experience factors in here, but why are you guys so comfortable, A, on the road, and B, in these types of games now?
We've been through them before, and we've got a group that believes in how to play and what you need to do to shut a game down. And there's a plan in place, but the guys have to go out and execute it, and they work so damn hard, and they sacrifice. Like, I mean, Cherney's missing teeth, and Killer's missing teeth, and guys are blocking shots and just sacrificing everything to just for the good of the team. And I think when you just have that overall mentality and everybody puts the team first, good things and magical things can happen. And that's what these guys are doing. But they have found, there's been the trials and tribulations. We've done it other ways as well, and it hasn't worked out. But when you find the recipe, it's well worth sticking to it. That's what these guys have done.
Ed Encina.
John, I think the other day you talked about how the combination on the Cirelli line is just such a good combination. They all kind of complement each other. Would you see what Killorn's done this postseason, 5 goals and all the other things that he does? How important has he been to just everything that line, the engine of that line, and everything it does?
Well, he's just another guy that's grown with our team, and Killer and I have been together a long time, since the minors, and but he plays the game. He's just one of those kind of unsung guys that's invaluable. Like he's, does a lot of the dirty work on the power plays. He's out there on the penalty kill. He's been in a checking role a ton. And you look at that, and Cirelli and Killer get rewarded with goals because they play the game the right way. And so I truly believe you get rewarded and those when that happens, but they just seem to elevate it when the times get the biggest, and that's a sign of good players and a good team when guys can do that.
Joe Smith.
You mentioned when Vasilevskiy's in his zone, he's really hard to beat. But what are some things you noticed about him either before the game, in the morning, or like during the game where you say this guy's locked in? Like, is it like where he's tracking pucks, or I mean, other than stopping pucks, which is the obvious, but what are the things you notice when you're like, this guy's, going to be on it?
Like any, I guess, coach that's aware of his players, I stay out of his way. Game day is his day. And so, yeah, he's in the zone from the moment he wakes up on game day, and we just leave him alone.
We'll do one more. Kurt Dusterberg.
John, you defended well in the first game, obviously. Could you just tell, though, that there was a step up in this game? The gaps at times look so strong that a lot of Carolina's plays in the offensive zone seem to die after the first pass.
Well, I think that happened in both ends, to be honest. When we were going in, we've got guys working behind the scenes, the video guys and stuff in the room and watching on TV. And I said, God, it's a fast game. And it was incredibly fast, but there was no room on either side. And there was a comment in the room saying, the game's actually kind of boring because nobody has any room to do anything. And guys are on top of each other all over the ice. And it's probably why the scores have been so low, because guys they're trying to play offense and they're trying to do things, but guys are playing defense at a high rate of speed. And that's why there's no time and space.